Hey future data enthusiast, welcome back to Guide Coachings, the go-to channel for all things data-driven. I'm your host Mozim Ali, and today we are diving deep into the world of data transformation in Python. Get ready for the insights that will turbocharge your data visualization game, where you where, where you are all about making data fun and easy to understand. We are going on adventure through Python school data tricks. Get ready to learn some awesome stuff that will make your data work way easier. Today we are diving into two crucial aspects of Python coding: conditional operators and loops. Yes, you have seen the title of the video and then you are coming here, so obviously you are aware of it. Whether you are a beginner eager to learn or an experienced programmer seeking a refresher, stick around as we unravel the mysteries of decision making and repetition in Python code. But before we embark on this knowledge journey, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Why? Because here we don't just analyze data, we transform it into actionable insights. By subscribing, you are not just keeping up with the latest insights, you are joining a family passionate about leveraging data for success. Ever wanted to become a data expert? Well, now's your chance. We are offering a special 3 months online course. Yep, you heard it right. In this comprehensive program, we will equip you with the skills needed to navigate the data landscape like a pro. From understanding the fundamentals to mastering advanced analytics techniques, we have got it all covered. First two demo classes are absolutely free, so you can join the live sessions on Saturdays and Sundays between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you are serious about taking your data game to the next level, check out the link in the description for more details and secure your spot today. Seats are limited, and trust me, you don't want to miss this opportunity. See you in the classes. Alrighty then, let's jump into today's topic, that is when to use if else condition, when to use loops, when we should use range. These are the three topics which we are going to cover today, and we are going to slowly see one by one step. Okay, hit that subscribe button below and enroll into our data analyst mystery program, and let's explore the world of data together. According to my Google Analytics, I have seen that 85% of the people like my videos, but I don't have that many subscribers. So I would request you guys, please do subscribe. If you like my work, if you like my hard work and my dedication, please do subscribe and support me. Okay, so let's get to the business. The first thing which we are going to talk about, what is if else condition, how it is used and why it is so important whenever you are coding or whenever you are taking a decision. Then the second most important thing will be what are loops available into your Python. So we are going to see the loops. Then the third point is going to be again very interesting, that is range. It is a type of data type which is going to help you. So how it helps and how you can use loops, if else, and how you can use ranges, we are going to see it practically. But before we start it, we will start with the comparator operators which are available. Okay, so what I will do, I have created a sequence over here, so I will just create a new one, okay, over here, and I will show you what is exactly a comparator operator. So when you have a decision to make, that which one value is greater than which one, and you want to get it in a boolean result. Okay, so if let's suppose if you want to check out the first situation, that okay, 1 is greater than 2 or not. So in this situation, what will happen? What do you think, what will be the result for this one? Okay, so if let's whenever you want to get the result of these kind of questions, just imagine you are asking it to somebody. So what will be the most probable answer you will get? Either he will say yes or no. Okay, so that is a boolean type of data type which you give as a true or false. So if I execute it, it is going to give me the result as okay, I'll just print this. Okay, what I will do, I will print this, and I will cover it with my brackets, and then I'll get it. So this is how it will going to give me. Okay, don't see the commented part, I'm just pay attention to this part. So 1 is less than 2, yes it is. If I say 1 is greater than 2, sorry, 1 is greater than 2, we all know that is not true, so it will say false, that is false. If I say 1 greater than 2, if I say 1 equals to 2, we again no, that is, it is a false statement. Okay, 1 is not equals to 2. So yes, one more thing, whenever we are using equal sign, that means we are not assigning the value, we are comparing it. If you want to assign a value, then at that time we will use double equals to. So keep that in mind. It took me a lot of time to, when I was learning, when I was in the college, I was under the impression that okay, single equals to means assigning a value. It is not no assigning, it is checking. We are comparing two values. So whenever we are checking two values, at that time we will use single equals to. Whenever we are assigning values, that this value has to be assigned to this, when so at that time we will be using double equals to. Okay, so see this, when we are checking the values, that okay, 1 is equals to 2, that means it is false, we cannot do that. Okay, then we have not equals to. So not is again is an exclamation, and this is universal, that in every language you will find exclamation equals to, that means not equals to. So 1 not equals to 2, that means true, it is a true statement. Then we have 1 is greater. Now again, one more important lesson for you, that whenever you are checking greater than equals to, we say greater than equals to. So greater than and then equals to, this is how you should write. The syntax will always be greater than equals to. Okay, it will not be equals to greater than. No, it won't be working like this. So if I say 1 is greater than 2, that is false. Okay, so I'm getting as a false result. If I change the sequence, see, if I say equals to greater than, do you think this will work? No, this is not going to work. So remember the sequence here, the sequence is important. Always say greater than equals to. Okay, and when you say less than equals to, again it will be less than and then equals to, and then it will be true. Okay, this is how the true value will come. Okay, now we have talked only about one situation. If I want to have more than one condition over here, so what will happen, I'll put this again into a bracket. Okay, I will put this into the bracket, and then I will, we have used, in the previous tutorial we have seen and an or operator. So I will use and then I will put one, or I will put as false. Okay, so now tell me what will be the output for this. So 1 is less than 2, 1 is less than 2, that is true, it will give me true, and this and false, true and false will be a false. Okay, so this is how it will be giving me. If I put true over here, what will be the answer? True. That is how it will work. Now if I want to compare another situation, another condition over here, what I will write, 1 is less than 2. So again, 1 is less than 2, that is true. 1 is less than equals to 2, that is again true. So true will be the answer. Okay, if I change this and to or operator, again the answer will be true, because either of them has to be true. So 1 is true. Now I will change, 1 is greater than 2, that is not true, but it will give me a true result, because the first statement is going to give as a true result. So these are the comparator operators which we are going to ultimately use into our programming. But as I mentioned into my previous tutorials, that we are gradually slowly increasing the difficulty level. So we are starting with the basic, we are checking on the basic, because in my past experience of 7 to 8 years, I have experience of teaching, where I have seen that most of the students make the mistake over assigning the operators while using the operators. So they are a bit confused, and if they are confused on that part, they are not able to create a logic, they are not able to write down the complex system or complex logic, where all these small things are going to contribute to a bigger outcome. Okay, so that is the reason these are very important parts. Okay, so pay attention to this and learn this, practice it a bit more about all these operators, how they are going to work and how you can use it. Okay, then we are moving to a situation where I have a statement like I just want to print uh, congratulations, you are eligible to vote. Okay, this is how I want to show as a output. Okay, so if I shift and execute it, I am able to show it. But I know, and you also know, that whenever we have a situation where we are checking somebody's age, if you are eligible to vote or not, then we check one factor, that is the age. So age is the factor on which basis you can give the output. So if you are if you are sitting on a machine where you want when you are giving a age and you want to know that whether this candidate is eligible for vote or not, so at that time you will be using a if else condition. Okay, so I will use age as a parameter. So what I will do, I will write if age is greater than or equals to greater than equals to 18. That is how you will use your operator, greater than equals to 18. At that time, print this. Okay, so if I hit enter, I will come here and I will just delete it over here and then I will execute it. So just give me a second. Yeah, here I am executing it. Why it is not giving me result? Because I have not defined age. Okay, so I will go one step back and I will write age is equals to 10. My age is 10. Okay, so if age is this, then print this. Okay, uh, just give me a second. Okay, so now what it will is doing over here, it is checking the age, that this age, it is checking the age from here, that this age of 10 is greater than 18 or not. 10 is greater than 18? No, it is not. So it is not going to present this. Yes, that, so the logic is correct. Basically we have not written the full steps over here. So if this is true, then then this result has to be printed. If this is not true, then else part will come. So in else part, what I will write, sorry, you're not eligible to vote. Okay, that is how, or this is the quote which I want to use it over here. Sorry, you are not eligible to vote. Okay, so if I execute it, it will say sorry, you are not eligible to vote. Okay, and if I change this from 10 to 19, now see the magic, congratulations, you are eligible to vote. So this is how you will take a decision. And whenever you are developing a code, at that time you always cannot take a decision at going by there. So you will use if and else condition. If this is true, then print this. If this is false, then print this. This is how if and else condition work. I hope you understand it. It is very simple and it is easy for understanding. But if you still feel some difficulties, you can write me a comment and we will discuss it. Now this is if else part. Now we will be moving to the next part of the today's session, that is for loop. So again I will add it for loop over here. Now for loop is again going to be a very magical thing, I would say, because it is going to be very helpful for you to traverse to all the elements to get the results very quickly and to get to the bottom very quickly. So see, we have a list of elements. Okay, we have a list of like let's suppose this, we have a list. So I will be using this over here. We have a list, and if I want to print it, okay, print list, if I print this, what you will get? You will get 10, 20, 30, 40. That is how you will be getting. But I don't want it in a no list to be printed. I want it to be executed. I want all the elements in a column wise. So what I will do, I will use for. So that is how you will use the for loop. Okay, so loop is continuously running till the all the elements are not completed. So here what is more important thing, I will just would like to highlight it over here, that whenever you see this is at the 0th index, first index, second index and third index. We have already talked about indexing. Okay, so I'll just open a notepad and I'll show you what I am talking about. So I will copy this, I will paste it over here, and this has an index. Okay, so I'll write index. So every element in the list has an index. So here 0th index, first index, second index and third index. 0, first, second, third. So these are the four elements with on 0th index 10 is present. Okay, so just remember this for sake of time. For I, now I is my variable which I am declaring over here. I don't need to declare the variable type. That is the beauty of data of Python. And then in, I will write in, in is a I in, and now I will be using my list. Okay, so this is my list, and then here I will put a semicolon, I will put a colon, the way I have used it in front of condition, that is if conditional operator. Okay, so here I have used semicolon, colon. In else part also I have used colon. This acts as a opening curly brackets for that particular condition to be written, and this space is again going to be interesting part. On the basis of this space, Python is going to understand, okay, this block of code belongs to the particular first statement, and this again space. See, you see this, I have not formatted it. It automatically get formatted by Python. Python is smart enough to identify which are the keywords which are defined into the system. So this else part is again taken into alignment, and then a space has been automatically given to this line of code, and this is going to be considered as a second block of code. Similarly over here, when we are writing for loop, I have written for I in list, and then a colon has been given, then the colon, after colon, if you see, if I have pressed enter, it is showing me the cursor blinking at a space or at a tab from the alignment. Now I will do whatever logic I want to write. So if I print I, it is going to show me the values of I. Now what I will hold at first, it will hold the index of 0th, that is the first 10th element. It will print the 0th index element, then first index element, then second index and the third index. That is how it is going to print. So if I execute it, you see, I will comment this part so it will be easy for you to understand. Now see, okay, so 10, 0th, first, second, third and so on, all the elements will be presented, all the elements will be printed. Now if I want to apply some logic, that okay, whatever value I will get, I want to multiply it by 10. Okay, so now my values will be changed, 100, 200, 300, 400. That is how you are going to use it. Okay, so if I want to do anything else over here as well, I can do the mathematics over here. So we know that for asterisk is used for multiplication, we'll use plus sign for addition. Okay, if I put 1, it will be going to use it. If I use minus 1, it is going to again give me the results. Okay, by minusing 1 from the all of the element, that is 10 minus 1, 20 minus 1, 30 minus 1 and 40 minus 1. Now if I want to divide it by 10 again, okay, so this is how the values I will be getting. Okay, it is dividing it into the by the value, that is 10. Now now we will be seeing about we have seen the one loop, that is for loop. Okay, now we will be seeing about, I'll just delete it. Okay, I'll just delete it, and then now we will be using while loop. So again, while loop works on the similar line, but you will find out the difference in it. So I will keep this part. Okay, and then I will write it at the bottom while. So this is how you will write. So when you write while, you need to give the while condition, that is, but before that you need to define. Here is one more thing, that you need to define a variable. So I have defined I is equals to 0. I have initialized, we call it the initialization process. Now I have while I is less than, now I is less than 5. Okay, why I have written 5 over here, or I can use 4. So 0 1 2 3, or I can write 3 over here as well, but 4 is fine, or I can write 3 less than equals to 3, because my loop has to traverse through 3 elements, 0 1 2 3. So that is why I have written 0 1 2 3. 3 is the last condition. If I write less than 3 only, it will go till the second option, it will not go beyond that. I'll show you, but first we will see we'll see with that option first. Okay, so I'll just delete this, and then I will put the colon as we have used in the for loop. Then I will enter. See, the cursor is blinking in the middle, that means I need to write my code over here. Now this is the second situation, where if I write this, now what it will print, pause the video and answer me whether it will print the index or the value. Okay, pause and answer it. Okay, now your time is up. So basically it will give me the index. Okay, yeah, and one more thing, it is going to in endless loop, so we need to stop it. Okay, and it is going to be in endless loop. So basically we can end it, and we can check the results. Okay, so what I will be doing, yeah, so just give me a second. Okay, so here I have written over here while loop. Okay, I will just copy it. Got it. I'll just we have, just give me a second, it is loading actually. Okay, so I will do what I will do, I will write over here that list, we have this list. So okay, so I have list over here. List is equals to 10 20 10 20 30 and 40. Okay, these are the 4 elements I have over here. Now I want it to be printed, so I will use I is equals to 0. Then okay, it is a bit slow now after because it went into the endless loop. That is the reason it is giving us the it is malfunctioning right now. If I code macro down, edit, and okay, so we will mark document setting auto close, edit. Okay, fine, so we are using this. Now we will be putting it over here. Now I will write while condition. While there is an option to terminate this, I'm not able to find it, and I don't want to waste time on that. Okay, so we can terminate it by using the command line over there, but let's see with the other options, like we are going to directly use with the other option. Okay, so here I have kept colon, and now I will use print, and then I will print I, and then I'll close it. If see this, now what is happening, I is less than 4. It is not greater than 4, it will always be less than 4, and once it is greater than 4, it has to be stopped. And when it will be greater than 4, when I will increase it, so I is equals to I plus 1. Okay, so initially suppose this I will show you a dry run and then I will explain you. So here I is equals to 0, I is equals to 0. Okay, just give me a second, I'll just minimize it and I'll keep it aside so that you will be able to understand it what exactly is happening over here. While I is equals to 0 is less than 4, or less than, yeah, less than 4, then print it. So it will print, okay, print what? I. What is I? Now I will execute it first, and yeah, the answer is still open, which in it will print index or the number. So basically it will print the index. Okay, it is printing me the indexes, so it will print the index, that is I, that is the value of I. You are printing the value of I. So I is what? I is 0. So at the first execution it is 0. Now what is happening? It is going to the next line. I, that is 0, is equals to 0 plus 1. Now what will be the new value of I? Here it is assigning a value to the I. So I will be, now I will be 1. Okay, now the value of I will be 1. It is increased by 1, and here 1 will come over here. Now at the second level, here I will be 1. This is the second loop which is starting. I, again 1 is less than 4, it will print 1, and now it will go over here. Now I is 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1, now I became 2. Okay, so it will go over here and then it will print, it will compare the in the third loop. I will be 2. 2 is again less than 4, so it will come here and then it will print 2, and then over here I is 2. Now I became 3. 2 plus 1, that is 3. Okay, again it will copy and it will go over here. Now 3 on the third position, 3 is again less than 4, so it will come here and it will print the 3, and then now here I is 3. So 3 plus 1, I became 4. Now on the fourth loop, on the fifth loop, 4 is less than 4. Is it a true condition? 4 is less than 4? No. So it will not print this and it will come out of this loop. It will not do this. It will come out of the loop and it will end. Okay, so this is how it will print. So it will print 0, it will print 1, it will print 2, it will print 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. That is how it is going to work. Now you have printed the indexes, you have not printed the values. See the difference? It is 10, 20, 30, not 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so to print the values, you need to use your index and then you need to print out the result. So for printing the result, we have already seen that whenever we are using a list, we will be using list and then we will put I into square bracket. So if I put I into square bracket, it will give me the values as 10, 20, 30, 40. That is how you are going to get the results. Okay, for while loop. And for loop, it is simple. Basically it is going to directly use your for loop and it is going to present the values present on the location, on the ith location. So if I delete this and if I put shift enter, see this is the difference between it. You are using I over here and you are using list of I. If you are using I only, it will give you the indexes. So when you want to get the index, at that time you will use while loop plus there are three important parts which you need to pay attention. The first is assignment of I, the second one is incrementing of I. That is the importance. If you don't increment it, it will hang out and it will not going to change the value. And what is happening over here, you remember, if it is I am not doing this part, so it will always be 0. So while I is less than 0, print 0. While I is less than, so it is going to go in an endless loop. There's no end in this loop, so it is continuously going to execute. Okay, so to stop that, to increase to the next level, we are using I plus 1. Okay, then again if I want to see, this is my four values. Now imagine if I have more than four values, if I want to add more than four values, I want to make it till 1000. So what I will do, I need to write 50 and then 50, 60, 70, 80 and then 1000? No, I will not do that. To save time and to save space, there is an option available over here in Python, that is we call is as range. Okay, so range is basically 10. So if I put 0 to 10, so if I put 10, it means that it is starting from 0 and ending towards 10. Now to use range, I cannot directly print this. So if I print it, what it is going to print, it is going to print the same thing. Okay, so if I execute it, see, it is going to print me 0 to 10, which I have written over here. But this is not, don't get confused, because this is not what exactly is happening behind the scene. So I will show you what is happening behind the scene. So I will create a list again, okay, over here, and then I'll put a range, and then I will put 0 comma 10, and then I will complete this, and then I will use for loop for I in list. Now see, this is my list. I will put a colon, then I will hit enter, and then I'll print list, I'll print I, and then I'll close it, and then I will execute it. So it is giving me 0 to 9. See this. Now it is a difference of 1. By default it is the difference of 1 it is keeping, and then it is showing me where the first value, that is the first value, is included, and the last value, that is, this is my starting point and this is my stop point. Okay, so I will go to the notepad and I'll explain you what exactly happening over here. So in the range, I'll cut this, I'll paste this. So this is my range and this is the starting point, okay, comma end point, okay. Now this starting point is included, this starting point is included, and this end point is excluded. That means it is the last value is not going to be printed. So see, only till 9th value it is printing, and the 10th value is not printing, and here it is starting from first value. Now if I change it from 0 to 1, what it will happen, it will start from 1 and it will end till 9. See, if I change this to 1 and shift enter, so it will starting from 1 and end till 9th. Now if I want it to increase by 2, so what I will do here, the third point is steps. Okay, so steps. So in this step, let's assume you are using staircase, you are putting 1 feet at a time. Now you give your brain a command that, okay, I don't want to put 1 feet on a stair, I want to put one on the second stair while I am climbing, or while I am going upside. So at that time you will put step as 2. So you will skip 2 steps and then you will put your foot. Okay, so at that time over here I will put 2. Now what will happen, it will start with 1. So it will start with 1 and then it will go till 10th, but it will not go increase by 1, it will increase by 2. So here it will be 2 and 2, 4, 6, 8, likewise it will be. Okay, so if I execute this, see this, so it is starting, as I mentioned, the starting point is 1. So basically this is going to be 1, then 3, after 1, because this is the starting point. What is your starting point? So 1 is your starting point. So 1, 3, 5 and 3, 5, 7. This is how you are going to print it. So this is how you will be using. Now if I want to use the same list, what I will do, I need to do over here, I'll put 10, starting point as 10, and then endpoint as 40 and then start steps with 10. So this is how I will be getting it. Okay, and if I want to get it till 40, so I will use it like this, and see the same list is going to be used as a range. Okay, if I now, if suppose tomorrow I want it to be for 500 values, so I will put it 500, and it is simple, like just 10 is added, and you see I have received these many values over here. Okay, this is how you can use it, and this is how you can use your range to get the results. So this is the benefit of it, a range data type which you can use. Okay, so that's all for today. I think I have explained you if else and loop conditions with while loop and for loop, how you can define while loop and how you can use for loop. Okay, then we have seen about range, how you can use range and what are the benefits of it, how many parameters it takes. It takes basically 3 parameters, the start, end and steps, and then you can use it to add values to it to get a sample data. Okay, that's all for today. If you have not subscribed us, please do subscribe and support us, and hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever we post a new video. If you have any questions, any queries or any doubts regarding the topic which we have covered today, you can write me a comment and we will be discussing it into our next session. That's all for today. Thank you so much.